I'm reading a temperature decrease. Pathfinder, my scans indicate this site may be worth searching for Angaran relics. The ambient temperature is normal. Life support is back online.
Is this Angaran? It looks strange.
Maybe Available know more about it. Put it in cargo.
Oh, my back's killing me. Get used to it.
No one's being cheated. How dare you accuse me in the street? You're a coward. Calls to the side, and you be run out of town.
What you found at John Inc. was amazing, Pathfinder. We'll be able to excavate the city, reclaim our lost history. These recent victories against the Kett have opened so many possibilities. Rebuilding, even expansion. There is a place for your people in this, if you desire. I'd like to extend a formal welcome, as Steward of Techix.
I appreciate your generosity.
I am being practical. Many feel our peoples are stronger together than apart. With the vault reactivated, the conditions on Voeld will improve with time. At least, that is the hope. I would suggest investigating it before you make plans to build a permanent outpost here.
Tell me more about Techix.
It's the largest town on Voeld, home to hundreds of my people. We manufacture, we trade, and we try to live good lives, even with the Kett presence. I have lived here all my life, and there's no place I'd rather live.
What about Aya?
Ugh, sulfurous air. Not for me.
You called yourself Steward. What's that?
I have guardianship of Techix. I ensure its functions, and that its people are safe. Commander Doziel and the Resistance fight the Kett with their weapons, with their fists. Myself and others here, we fight by refusing to give in, by living in spite of them.
I won't disturb you further.
It is no disturbance at all. May your luck build, Ryder.
You, the Pathfinder. Is it true? Can you talk to the old machines?
You mean the Remnant?
I'm no threat to them. Never have been. Tell them to stop hurting me.
Did they injure you or just chase you off?
They chased me, and I slipped on the ice. That hurt.
Why would the Remnant come after you?
I dig for useful things around the pillars. Good tech. Machines always left me alone until now.
The Remnant are dangerous. Keep your distance from their territory and you'll be safe.
Safe and poor. I don't sell the tech I dig up, I don't eat. Thanks for nothing.
This is the Kett-Com outpost we heard about on Voeld.
Archon's not the Ket Supreme leader. There's more like him, all over Andromeda.
All assigned to gather genetic information for the Empire.
And making more kit in the process.
Rose, communication orders require explanation. Archon commands a block of all transmissions of Angara data to the Empire. It is a breach of protocol.
Wait, is the Archon going off book?
Communications. Only Archon is aware of shifting situation in Helios. If Archon's opinion is that protocols are not to our benefit, accept his wisdom. He is the Senate's voice in Helios and must be obeyed.
Someone's repeating the party line.
It sounds like the Ket are starting to question what the Archon's doing. If this continues, it might be good for all of us.
What do we do with this, then?
There is likely nothing to be done, but conflicts between factions seldom resolve quietly.
Then we'll just have to keep an ear to the ground for now. With luck, something will happen.
There's an active Angaran data device here.
Maybe...
I detect an Angaran data device, transmitting a low-frequency homing signal.
someone left it on purpose. Sam, is there anything special about the battle sites we found? Feels like we missed something.
Analyzing geographic distribution, corpse decay, and information in the data entries. Stand by. I predict a high probability the Resistance fighters are moving in the direction I've marked on your map.
If they're chasing Ket, they may need backup.
Are within acceptable limits. Ket signals detected ahead, Pathfinder.
Here they come!
Well executed.
I'm able to hack that message console, Pathfinder. I've assembled the passcode to the Ket Control Center, updating with the nav point.
Good. Let's get those shuttles out of the air. Whatever happened here, we just missed it. Resistance needs to know what happened out here.
I'll transmit all data collected from these battle sites to the Resistance base.
Good. Let's get out of here. The control center for Ket shuttles should be here. Ambush! They expected us!
I detect a shuttle control console, Pathfinder.
So the information was real. They just didn't expect us to survive. Let's shut this place down.
Command signals nullified, Pathfinder. Several Ket shuttles will be grounded.
That'll clear the air for the Resistance. Let's get out of here.
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. Life support is stable.
Looking good, Team Emphatev. Looking good.
have questions?
A few treasure hunters found this map of ancient Voeld. They wanted you to have it.
We thought we lost this when the Dar burned. Look at that detail. With this map, we could plan attacks through old trade routes, ones even the Kett don't know about. Whoever gave this to you deserves our thanks. As do you.
I think I have enough info.
If you need anything else, I'll be here.
I couldn't help but overhear.
Oh, now you've gone and involved Ryder in this madness.
Brother, I know Michelle's still alive.
Hana, why are you convinced your friend's still alive?
Because Michelle is our best saboteur. She knows how to keep herself safe. We destroyed a Kett's weapon depot, but the detonators failed. Michelle had to set off the explosives by hand.
It put her in the middle of a blast they saw from over the hills.
But Michelle knows demolition like no one else. She knows the safest place to hide.
If your friend is as skilled as you say, it's possible she survived.
Thank you. I've been shouting for so long and no one has listened but you.
Even if I believed you, Anyuk won't allow us to go out there. We're needed elsewhere.
If I'm out there, I could survey the area.
Would you? Sky blessed. I've got the nav point. I hope the data's compatible with your, gadget. Whatever you find, please tell me. I just want the truth.
Stabilize them, but you'll have to look at them.
It's good to see you back. You saved lives today. We don't know who or how many, but you did. I set something aside for you from our latest shipment. For your help.
A reward wasn't necessary.
It is. Trust me. It's dangerous out there. Everyone relies on their gear to get them home. Applies to you too. Oh, and Yetta, the fighter you found, managed to make her way back. She's stable and recuperating, thanks to you.
Pathfinder, we are approaching the Kett weapons depot, destroyed by the Resistance.
Good to know. I'll search for any sign of Hana's friend. Life sign, Sam?
Nothing. However, I do detect a faint energy signature from what could be a generator.
Backup power, possibly.
It's a burned out shell. There's no way anyone survived this.
Talk. Talk, you cursed thing. Tell me where my family is.
There's something over there. Maybe someone. It's dead, of course.
If circuitry is intact, we could power it up and gain entrance.
connected.
Who's there? Who are you? Are you here to find me? Did Hana send you? Foolish girl. She never knows when to give up.
Whoa. Hana was right and no one believed her.
I shouldn't have survived. Didn't think I would.
End this hurt. End this.
That's all it says. That's all it ever says. I've burned, I've peeled, I've gouged. It won't tell me where they are.
You tortured this person?
It's not a person, it's Ket. They took my family.
I don't care what he is. Torture isn't right. Maybe he doesn't know.
It must know. It must. This is my only chance. If it doesn't know, then I've lost them. I can't lose them.
I'm sorry, but they're gone.
No!
You have friends waiting for you, people who still care. You'll die here.
How could you? It could have told me. I could have found them again.
Go home, Mashal.
Fine. I'll signal the base and inform the Resistance of my position.
This site is viable for an initiative outpost, Pathfinder. Confirm.
Congratulations, Pathfinder.
Make sure
This was a real challenge.
We don't need
and
him
badly
spreading his
needed.
bad attitude.
Hello again, Director. How close are you keeping tabs on me anyway?
As close as you'd expect when you're inserting us into local concerns. Real talk, Pathfinder? I, as Governor Shai, is already up my arse about this outpost. If local Angara weren't on board, we'd have a problem. We are good, right? As much as you've brought us, we can't afford to anger the neighbors.
It's fine, Director. I ticked 3 or 4 of the necessary boxes.
You enjoy testing me, but results are what matter, and I respect it. Voeld helps. Cold as it is, it changes estimates in our favor. But the initiative needs you to find more. We're never really done, of course. Survival isn't something that just ends. Time for the uncomfortable bit, Pathfinder. The flag waving.
I'm supposed to summarize Voeld?
As much as anyone can.
Voeld is a hard world, but it's not without life. It has history, people. It was worth fighting for. We're not walking into the unknown. We're joining something. And that is better than we hoped for.
Recorded, Pathfinder. Addison out.
NS receiver, Pathfinder. Nav point is set.
Pleasure to meet you, Pathfinder. Priya Blake, Captain of Outpost Taravuni. I'm glad you're here. I thought we'd have to deal with this on our own.
What's the problem? Is it the Ket?
No, at least I don't think so. A few of my drill technicians went missing on a research expedition west of here. We've tried their comms, but get nothing but static.
Do you know where they were headed?
I know the route, but we lost their tracking signal halfway through. I don't know how far they got. We tried to look at their research notes, but the data is corrupted. We have 0 leads. I was supposed to keep these people safe. I've already failed them.
Don't lose hope. I'll find your people.
Coming from you, I believe it. Their research log is in the lab. Maybe your AI can piece together the corrupted data and get a nav point.
I have to say, I'm surprised the Angara let us put an outpost here.
A portion of the ice we mine goes to their blockade runners, who take it to resistance bases all over the cluster.
Water for their soldiers.
It feels good to do our part against the Ket, however small.
We're staking a claim, but what does the initiative want with Voeld?
Look at the landscape. What do you see?
Ice, A lot of ice?
Water. Voeld is a massive, endless source of it. We're proud to serve as the Initiative's first ice runners. We mine the ice here and haul it to colonies where water is scarce.
Like Eos.
Even the Nexus. The more people we wake from cryo, the more resources we'll need. Our ice runners make sure water is never a problem.
You picked a mouthful of a name for the outpost.
It's Shalesh. Angaran language means forward together. It represents the close relationship we have with the Angara here on Voeld.
Glad to hear you're working together.
This is their world. Because of you, they trusted us enough to give us a place in it. Now it's my job to cement that bond. We'll do our best to earn what they've given us.
Were you in the Alliance too?
I was an Alliance officer for a decade before I got sick of being a pawn in the Council's power plays. Heard about the Initiative and figured it'd be a fresh start. A chance to make a real difference.
You ever miss the Alliance?
Given the chance, I'd make this choice all over again. But when I see the Resistance push against the Ket, makes me wonder if my days behind a gun aren't really over.
I should head out.
Come back if you need anything.
Okay, I got one for you. Here to Eladon, 3 hours, 42 minutes.
Cute.
Don't tell me.
3 hours, 18 minutes.
Damn.
So I get to meet the Pathfinder responsible for making this place happen. I'm Lizana Telesso. Because of you, I have the best job in the galaxy.
Which is...
I'm an ice runner. I get to dodge the Scourge and outrun the Ket to bring water to the colonies. Doesn't get more exciting than that.
Facing danger to make everyone's life better. No wonder you love it.
When you put it that way. Your job isn't too different.
How did you get into this job?
I was a pilot for the Citadel fleet, till I got bored and wanted something new. The Initiative sounded right up my alley. I was one of the first to sign up.
But how do you end up at this outpost?
I asked. Marched into Priya's office and told her I was the best pilot she'd get. Said I didn't care if the outpost was mostly ex-Alliance. I wanted in. I've been giving her trouble ever since.
So you mine the ice as a water source. Smart.
I fly ice blocks to the Nexus. Eos. Even made a run to Havarl for the Angara. Speaking of which, sounded like there was trouble brewing when I landed. The Angara were on edge. Maybe you should check it out.
I've flown through the Scourge before. It's not easy.
That's half the fun. I get to change my routes to avoid it, like I'm outsmarting it. I've had a few close calls where it shorted my nav system. Once, I flew blind all the way to the Nexus.
There's no way you pulled that off.
There's a reason I was the Citadel's best pilot.
Take it easy.
No fun in that.
Pathfinder.
How far did the drill techs have to dig?
Already 30 meters deep, with no temperature change.
This damn ice ball. Pathfinder, welcome to scenic Voeld. Hope you're enjoying the view. To the east, ice. To the west, more ice.
At least you're not in cryo anymore, right?
Look around. This is cryo. But I'll endure this frozen hell if it means completing my research.
You know, it was even worse here before I activated the vault.
So I heard. Glad I wasn't around for that. Makes me wonder what this place will look like in 10 years, once the vault's had time to really work.
Think it'll be up to your standards?
My standards involve a beach and a healthy amount of sun, but we'll see.
What are you researching?
I'm studying ways we can harness geothermal activity as a source of energy. Believe it or not, below Voeld's surface is a maze of heated geothermal vents. Keeps the planet from becoming completely inhospitable, but just barely.
And you can use it as a power source.
That's the hope. A hear the Angara are doing something similar, but they won't let me get close. So I'm determined to find the solution on my own.
I'm good for now.
Don't freeze to death out there.
Sam, you get anything from this mess?
Analyzing. It seems most of their data comes from a single nav point. Updating now.
Let's rescue a few very frozen techs.
Sam, another memory prompt?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Helios News Service, now broadcasting live.
This is a Ket defense matrix. Destroying it will disable all sentry turrets and unlock access to the secure storage structure. This is a critical subsystem. Sabotaging 3 of these will disable the defense matrix. The defense matrix has been destroyed. The secure storage structure is now unlocked.
All right, let's see what the Ket were hoarding.
I'm reading a temperature decrease. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Life support at 100%. I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
I wonder if there's more in the room below.
Logs on Angara First Contact isolated Pathfinder.
Wow, it sounds like some of the first Angara the Ket found were coerced into working with them. We should show this to Ari Vestchek.
I've entered the destruction of the Ket on Voeld into my records, so we remember. But did you find anything of note in the Ket databases? Anything about the start of their invasion?
This might be of interest.
This can't be right. It says some Angara volunteered information to the Ket. Is this how they found out about our abilities? Could this be why they exalt us?
The Ket would have discovered your people's bioelectric capabilities another way.
They were studying our genetics. It would be impossible to hide. Those first Angara we lost, we thought they'd all been killed. I can't include this in our history, Ryder. We can't be remembered like this. The conflict with the Ket will continue for years. We need hope, not crushing truths.
You can't just act like this never happened or make up some other story.
Pathfinder, that's all history is. Fact and conjecture blended to form a narrative.
How does the narrative that the Angara are perfect serve your purpose?
I thought it would keep morale from flagging. But perhaps we need to understand our own frailty. Thank you, Ryder. You've given me much to think about. Now I must get to work.
Bashar just called in. Annick sent a squad to retrieve her. She seemed troubled, but I suppose being trapped in rubble will do that. I'm so happy she's still alive. Skies be bright for you, Ryder.